This is The Process Shot. I'm Michael. I'm stuck in a haunted movie theater, and I've seen Faust, an adaptation of the classic legend made in 1994, directed by Švankmajer, with a number of additions and changes that bring it away from its source material and into a newer, more contemporary territory. Combining live action film, puppetry, and stop motion animation, similar to Švankmajer's previous film Alice, Faust tells the story of a man who seeks to sell his soul to Lucifer in exchange for the servitude of one of his demons. As that story plays out, his grasp on reality seems to ebb and flow between performance and truth, as various characters within the story manifest in different forms beyond simply existing, if that makes sense. Again, the film has a definite stylistic design, and it's probably what defines Faust as a whole. Much of the film is silent, not only accentuating this visual aspect as you are driven to focus upon it, but also by highlighting the film's audio when actual spoken dialogue does come through. The film seems to present a dual narrative in this sense, between the live-action footage of the man as he studies black magic, and a fictional story within the story of a man who also looks to summon demons, presented through a marionette puppet theater. The two narratives end up converging, and when this occurs, the film's visual style and choices become more clearly symbolic, as it makes a point to show Faust as both a literal and figurative puppet of Lucifer. Outside of this, we get more surreal imagery that seems to push the live-action man along within the film's environment, though this isn't so much for the sake of the actual Faust story, but rather the film's own sense of imagination. That's not to say it's unwelcome, but it's another layer which could potentially confuse audiences, especially given the ongoing lack of dialogue. In any case, that imagination is still what seems to drive the film, though it does tend towards introducing ideas and symbols without more clearly showing or explaining what they mean, or at least bringing them back later on in the film as a means of expanding upon them. There's a bit of a further issue in how Faust's sound design is primarily natural, and everything is pretty quiet for the most part until others speak, or if the environment itself begins to bustle. The visuals are still interesting, but the quietness may cause you to tune out or even nod off. On a similar note, the visuals outside of the more imaginative examples of the film's style and creativity are generally more natural, a bit in line with the director's previous film, but not utilized in quite the same way. Where that film had seemingly designed itself around its location, Faust doesn't really try to blend the live-action environments with the stop-motion or puppet animation. Then again, this seems to be part of the film's purpose, highlighting the seeming absurdity by way of contrasting the two. At the end of the day, I feel that Faust is still a great example of Švankmajer's personal style, and the malleability of the film medium to mix different visual styles together. Faust, Jan Švankmajer, 1994. 3.5 stars. I'd recommend giving it a try. That's it from me. If you liked this review, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a comment. As always, subscribe to the channel for more reviews. Maybe this movie is a sign that I need to be more proactive in getting out of this place. I should take notes on how to summon demons.